Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth Pregame.
No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth.
Love to see this team add another receiver, whether that's trade or free agency.
That's okay. Pittsburgh's the AARP retirement home.
There's a bunt record. That person's never going to have to worry about that thing ever getting broken.
I hate analytics. I think it's ruined the game I grew up loving.
I will do unspeakable things for the Giants to win this rule.
Oh, pause. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Korner Booth Pregame. We are live and kicking. It is a great Thursday. Team USA has advanced to the World Baseball Classic semifinal. That is why I've got my game bat with me right now. Old Louisville Slugger, Birch Prime Cut, because I'm weird and I like Birchwood. Don't understand why, but either way, folks, it is a great Thursday. NFL free agency is basically the most of it's been done. We're gonna get it kicking. Got DJ Stewart from Hilo Sports coming on a little bit. He's going to talk a little bit about us. We may have a surprise guest. I'm still trying to get a hold of him right now. We might be able to talk a little March Madness with you. Y'all know. Basically, it's going to be another good Thursday. Remember, Tuesday of next week, we're going to try to do the show around 4:30 Eastern time. So that'll be next. Our No Monday show, a Tuesday podcast release, and we'll probably release it that night for like the YouTube and for the we'll go through the motions. We'll let you guys know. But either way, I honestly feel comfortable holding a baseball bat the entire time. I'm weird like that. You know who's also amazing? It is also an amazing co-host. Pretty damn good athlete as well. Jets fan, Matt Ordazzo.
What is going on? Geno Smith is home. So that's fun. It's been about 10 years, but he is back in New York. And as nostalgic as it is, as long as they don't bring IK and Kampali back, because we don't need another broken jaw. But how Jets like is it to have gotten rid of him when he was not good, for him to have found himself and become a competent, good quarterback, and then to be on a downward spiral and to come back to the Jets on a bad note. Very Jets-like. Not hating on it. It's just somebody pointed that out, and it was actually kind of funny. If you really think about it, how Jets-like is that to bring a guy back after he sucks when you got rid of him because he sucked? You missed a good part of him. But we will see. That's the best option, honestly, if you really break down who was available. I mean, Kyler was never going to come here. I'm not going to say I wouldn't have been happy with Kirk Cousins, but I also don't need another Achilles injury of a post-37-year-old quarterback back on my roster.
My only issue with it is that, one, I am a Geno defender. Everyone knows this. I will defend him vehemently. I think he got a raw deal in every location he has been to, even Seattle at the end. But one thing I do like about Geno Smith and what he brings to the table for the Jets is he knows the building, he knows the management, he knows the organization, he knows the area. He's going to come in. He is matured. He's definitely a better player than he was, say, when he left the Jets, like 8 years ago. I think now we're going to see 10 years ago. We're going to see a better version of Geno Smith. Do I think the Jets are going to be a playoff team? Probably not. Do I think they're going to be fun? Yeah, I think so. I still think they should have made a run at Tanner McKee from Philadelphia, but I swear to God, Kevin Patullo will not stop screwing us over because his play calling in that Washington game killed Tanner McKee's draft stock. But we'll see. We'll find out. It's just a weird. If I'm a Jets fan right now, I mean, this is honest. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. 7 for Geno. Duh. Yeah. But it's like, at some point you have to sit there and be like, okay, there are way worse things we could do right now with this. So
yeah, you could have wound up bringing in. You could have brought in nobody, or you could have just brought in. Honestly, I think that Geno Smith is a much better option than Derek Carr.
Yes.
So there could have been worse things. Now, do I think they're going to add another quarterback? Yeah. The completely honest with you, I think they're going to stack Carson Wentz and Geno Smith together.
That'd be fun.
Like,
I'm so down. Give me the chaos all day, bro.
Which, listen, you want me to be honest? I mean, would you rather have Geno Smith and Carson Wentz, or would you rather have Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor? I would rather have Geno Smith and Carson Wentz combination, because I've seen how bad Justin Fields was last year. And as there was a little bit times where I was defending him, because early on, it really wasn't his fault. They were putting up points on offense. It was really the defense that couldn't keep him in there. Slowly became an issue with just his play, holding onto the ball. Now, Geno Smith, like you said, has gone away for the last 10 years, has really kind of fixed himself up and has become a competent quarterback for the most part of his time with Seattle. He's actually got him to the playoffs once or twice, but we're getting a better version of him. It's just, like you said, I do not think this is at all a playoff team coming up, but I think this is going to be an improved team. Now, whether that means 5 wins, 6 wins, 7 wins, we will see. I think at the most, you're going to have to win at least 8 games to keep Aaron Glenn's job.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to say he gets 1 more year on top of this year, as long as he doesn't lose like 14 games. I think Aaron Glenn gets 1 more extra year. I think he's changing around the culture that deserves some credit.
I think you're going to be in the same boat with Brian Dable last year, where if they were more of a competitive team, probably would have kept his job. If, the Jets are competitive and in each game, I could see him staying. If it's like last year, just a different roster, then he's gone. I would keep the GM though.
I think the biggest issue is not even the biggest issue with the Giants last year wasn't even, Daboll was a problem, but there was so much other bullshit on that roster that honestly, I'm kind of happy for Daboll he got out of there, because he lost the locker room. It's like, did he really lose the locker room, or was it just a whole cluster of different things that just went wrong? And people are just like, well, okay, let's just blame Brian Daboll first, and then we'll kind of run it from there. My biggest issue is the Giants didn't finish their other problem, which was they still have Joe Shane as the GM and the Mariners owners, but you can't fix it perfectly, as Nate can attest to. But with the Jets, I think I've said this for the last 3 years, the Jets are in a better position than the Giants are long term. Now, the Giants hopped them because they hit it with Scatterbo and Dart and Malik Neighbors. They have a good triplet setup. And then I think Isaiah Likely, John Harbaugh's ready. I think the Jets are back in the rear seat. But what the Jets actually still have is that they have a coach who's trying to build a winning system that's not going to last beyond when he leaves. Kind of like what Doug Peterson did in Philadelphia, where he established a new culture that's kind of stayed even into the Sirianni years. So I think with the Jets, they're trying to do something similar, where even if Aaron Glenn's let go in 6-7 years, they still have a winning culture that could lead to consistency and possibly even a playoff run. So I like what they're doing. I think the Geno Smith move I love how this all came from Geno Smith. I think the Geno Smith move is very give or take. I think it's an okay move, but it's the best you're going to do with the circumstances. And unless you're going to go put the money down for Tanner McKee and risk that he is worth the franchise, I think it's a good move. So I'm with it.
I would say I like that I know there's a lot of people upset about it. I like that they traded for him. They gave up a 6th, but they also got a 7th in the quarterback in return. It's really not a big deal. But I like the trade because there's no guarantee. There was nothing that was set in stone that once he became a free agent that he was going to immediately sign with the Jets and nobody else. I mean, they still got the Steelers. That job was wide open, which there's a much better roster over there. Mm-hmm. So it's just not a guarantee he would have been our quarterback. So I like that they traded for the guy they wanted. Now, obviously, I'm not saying Geno Smith's going to be the next savior, obviously, for the next 5 years for his franchise. Yeah. But when we were talking about Daboll, I think this is actually pretty interesting. So former Jets players that have ties with Rob Saleh that came to Tennessee this offseason so far: Jermaine Johnson, John Franklin Myers, Solomon Thomas, all on the defensive line, and safety Tony Adams. With Brian Daboll and the Giants, players from his regime that came over to the Titans: Wan'Dale Robinson, Daniel Bellinger, Cordell Flott, Austin Schlottman. And so you got 8 guys from MetLife that are now on the Tennessee Titans.
I think it's a good move.
So it's fun.
I think
they're all great players in their own fashion.
Yeah, and here's the reality of the whole situation with the Jets is that you're starting basically from scratch now. You've sent all your best players away. You have more draft picks than you know what to do with. You're basically Oklahoma City 5 years ago. That's the analogy. I mean, the Jets have an option there. They can either be Oklahoma City, where they have all these draft picks and they can resurgence, or they could be Utah, where they just continue to fumble, or the Hawks. It's the Jets are an interesting predicament that we haven't seen this in a while. Or they could be the John Gruden Raiders, where they had 3 first-round picks and screwed them all up, except for Josh Jacobs.
Mike Mayock was a horrendous general manager.
Mike Mayock may be the worst general manager I've ever seen in any sport. And I've seen some truly horrific general managers where I'm just in awe of the stupidity of the moves. So I'm praying for you, Jets fan. I really am.
Mike Mayock is the reason why draft analysts are draft analysts and not NFL general managers.
Yeah, Mel Kiper Jr. still has a job. That should tell you everything about that sentence.
Yeah.
The guy who literally called the NFL and said they were blackballing Shedeur Sanders. But in reality, it's the fact that he's an average quarterback.
Yeah, don't let the Pro Bowl fool you. Look at those stats. They're really bad.
They are awful. All right. Oh, our producer Nate's here. Hi, Nate.
Hi. How we doing, boys? Happy Thursday to y'all.
Happy Thursday, bud.
Yes, sir.
Happy Calvin Austin Day.
Yes, happy Calvin Austin Day. Very excited. You know me, I'm a big offensive type of guy. So whenever we sign offensive weapons, I get pretty excited. To the point where I overreact and say Calvin Austin is the number 2 receiver on this team, which he's not, because we have other people. But I'm super excited to see what he can do for us. I know I shouldn't expect too much because he was signed for the minimum. But no, I'm happy. I'm happy for my Giants. I'm happy for Matt and your Jets. And Jared, your Eagles did a few things. If not mistaken. Yes. What's the Tariq Woolen? There you go. That's who it was that you guys signed on to a 1-year deal. So you have to be happy about that. Even despite losing Blankenship and whatnot, you got a pretty good corner, in return. So I'm sure you're pumped about that.
Yeah, true. I am more intrigued. I want to see what we do because there is one move that we have. So funny. Our banners aren't even up, and that's why I'm kind of like my joke is there. Where are our banners, Nate? Our ID badges. Here they are. Not teleprompter.
Yeah. Usually, for the regular shows, we have the names, so there's no need for it. But for the pregame show, we do need them. Mad Max. I mean, are you really going to give up 2 first?
No. He's not going to command 2 first. Nobody's going to give him 2 first. That's the whole thing now.
The Ravens.
I'm the Raiders. I'm not messed up.
Oh, if I'm the Raiders, the Raiders have no choice. They're over the cap now. If they keep Mad Max, they are over the cap. So they need to either restructure somebody's deal or move them or let one of their guys walk. So if Philly calls with a first rounder and a third and a couple and maybe a future second, I'm taking the deal and cutting bait. I'm just gonna say screw it. Because 1, you don't have to play Philly. 2, you get him out of your conference. 3, he clearly has had multiple indications about going to Philly, so he wouldn't try to wreck the deal. And to be honest with you, you get a first, a mid-first, or mid-time first-round pick. You get a second, you get a third possibly. And you know what, dude? That's if I'm the Raiders, I'm cleaning bait. That's perfect. You give me a 28-year-old pass rusher, fine. Or 29-year-old pass rusher. I'm the Raiders. I'm saying cool. Philly, take him. Because to be honest with you, this whole headline thing with Max Crosby since he got pulled is just been a mess. So if I'm the Raiders, I'm saying Okay, we can roll with this. I'll take it. Like,
Well, the Ravens GM, he's done some sleazy stuff recently, right? Like, what did he do with you with Yair Alexander when he traded him to you? Wasn't there something up with that was a little? I know he retired, but I thought there was just something behind that was a little sleazy on his end. But I could be wrong. But I just think about that deal, and then all of a sudden they back out of the Crosby deal. That's just so weird to me because you'll say a failed physical, but you knew his injury when you got him. Like, you knew he wasn't going to pass the physical because he came off, I believe it was a torn ACL, maybe it was at the end of the last season. He had a torn something, but it was weird. Again, and then they pivot to Trey Hendrickson, who also had a season-ending injury. It just doesn't make any sense. You sign a free agent that also had a season-ending injury, but the guy that you traded for, you backed out of the deal because of a failed physical, even though you were aware of his injury. So it was weird. That messed up the whole free agency for a lot of teams because anybody that was budgeting for Max Crosby, now they can't make that move anymore. And then also you're messing things up for the Raiders because after that whole catastrophe, there's just no way in my mind that they're going to get multiple first-round picks for this guy again. So like you said, I agree. A first, a third, and maybe a future top 3-round pick. I think the value has gone down because of Eric DeCosta. So we will see. If I'm the Raiders, though, I would try and figure out anything that I can do to keep him. Because now you have him, Kwity Paye, Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, and I believe they added Teron Johnson as well. That, and they have Linderbaum, obviously, center. That is a really nice defense all of a sudden. So if I could restructure some deals and keep him, he's already endorsed that he's back and he's a Raider. So it's just a weird situation of who wanted out in the beginning. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think all these guys want money.
The thing is, you can't even like the issue with the trade market is like nobody wants to give up. If the Max Crosby deal fell through, there's very few defenders who can command 2 first-round picks. One of them happens to play for my roster. That's Jalen Carter. And I've seen a couple be like, why isn't Jalen Carter getting dealt? Because they're asking for 3 firsts. That's the only way it's going to happen. And David Putney too. So it's like the Eagles put up Jalen Carter as like a collateral, like, hey, listen, y'all want to make a first round swap, maybe Max Crosby too, like we can do that. And it's like, nope. But it was just to dangle the carrot out there because Jalen Carter, the paying him is ridiculous. They were only going to take him if it was like a seriously over the top deal. But we do have a possible update about Tuesday's show. Tuesday may be the inaugural run for this season and return of hashtag Subi Knows.
Oh.
Hashtag Subi Knows possibly returning for Tuesday, March 17th, somewhere between 4:30 and 5:45 when we're running live. So Subi Knows making his return.
Subi's going to tell us why Colgate and Oral Roberts is going to be in the finals for a little toothpaste March Madness tournament. One day, the sponsorships are going to be insane. Colgate and Oral-B. I mean, it makes sense. Like it's like Oral Roberts or something like that, right?
Yeah. The thing is, it's like
Roberts, the nickname for Roberts, Bob, Oral-B.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, I have friends and neighbors who went or will go to Colgate. So that's why it's so funny to me.
God, I'm telling you, man, if they want to rig something, rig that.
There you go. I may be pulling on a Hail Mary guest here just because I feel bad. Our one guest is coming on, DJ, but I reached out to another one because he talked about coming on this week. Also, making his return to the Korner Booth for season 15 coming next week. Host of Insert Name FC, Hector Flores, will be making his return to the show as well next Thursday. So Hector's back. We're trying to wrangle up all the rascals for season 15. This is going to be a fun one. All the off-season shenanigans we can get into. Ironically, that Tuesday is St. Patrick's Day, so our shenanigans start early that year on Tuesday. But yeah, so it's been an interesting free agency pool. And I was on McCarthy's show, and we talked a lot yesterday about it. So if you haven't checked it out, I was on No Credentials Required. Yesterday's live show with him and Dustin. Shout out to the boys for having me on. McCarthy trying to look like in-shape Santa Claus, which cracks me the hell up with that beard of his. But definitely the biggest moves that I liked, everyone's blowing the smoke about Kenneth Walker, which I don't mind the move. I think it was a great idea and it was a great thing for them to do in terms of like, hey, listen, we need to make a move. We need to be able to have reliability running the football while Patrick Mahomes heals. My biggest thing now turns into, okay, who's made the most improvement? I said the Giants have done a decent. I think the Giants have done the best in the NFC East. I think Dallas overpaid for Rashawn Gary. I think that Washington has signed weird players. I think Philadelphia lost some guys, but the guys they brought back have worked, which makes me think they're going to be really aggressive in the draft and or for a very tattooed and sober pass rusher in the next couple of weeks. So I think that Philly's trying to set up for a big swing. I think Dallas overpaid as usual for guys who weren't really worth the talent. I thought they should have given Georgie Poo a contract. I don't know. I don't like the franchise tag for it. Washington, to me, is still digging sideways in a hole that's almost halfway to China. And the Giants kind of just were like, oh, let Jim Harbaugh and Joe Shane kind of cook. And they brought in some good pieces. I think the Giants can honestly be a playoff team. I don't think they're beating Philadelphia or, some of these other or Detroit or any of these higher level like NFC teams, but they're going to be a first round team. They might even catch an upset in the wild card. We don't know. But on the other side of the ball, you got to throw some love to other side of the conference. I was going to say, I do like what the Jets are doing. I thought they made a lot of good moves. I love the defensive leadership. I love the fact that they're just saying we're bringing in culture guys who fit our system. The Tennessee Titans kind of are intriguing to me because it's like they're bringing in a bunch of guys who were great under Brian Daboll, and they have Rob Saleh leading the charge now. Bobby! And it's kind of a nice change of culture with what's it called? With my boy Cam Ward at the helm. And I got to still throw love to the Ravens and Raiders, even though the trade fell through. The Raiders made great moves to shore up that defense with Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean. Injuries aside, and I love Linderbaum getting the snaps under center. But my biggest issue is how they've resolved Max Crosby. They can get a move, like send him to Philly for a first, a second, and a third. Great. Get rid of him. You're not getting two first. It's not happening. Just get him out. Because clearly he doesn't want to be there anymore in reality, even though he says he doesn't want to be there anymore. Or if he does, the GM and him got to get on the same page. I don't even know if they have enough cap space. But we do have enough space on the show for this handsome devil showing up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, host of the High Low Sports Podcast and one of the smartest football minds I know and a suffering Indianapolis Colts fan. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Stewart.
Now we're getting the hang of it. Now we're getting it. Now we understand the pain. Now we're leading with the pain and suffering.
I mean, DJ, which one do you want to use to take the pain away?
Yes. Hand them both. I'll learn to be ambidextrous.
Maple or birch?
Let me go grab the Everclear and bleach really quickly.
The Kevin Lang, the ever-loving Kevin line of what's your favorite type of favorite flavor of bleach?
The best I can offer you, Deej, is some overdosing on some Dayquil, because that is all I have in this house right now with all these allergies.
All right, fellas, let's try to keep it the least semi-PG here, okay? The language I can let roll, but talking about doing bad things to yourself, let's try to keep that one on the roll here.
Tide Pods.
My bad.
Nate, that is totally your generation.
It sure is.
Yeah.
DJ.
I won't even throw him in the box for that one because you know what? That is his generation right there.
I'm saying it made national news. He's not wrong on this one. Like, that's not out of pocket. That's unfortunately too in pocket based on his generation's heathenism.
I had my grandmother ask me and make sure I wasn't doing that shit when it happened. I was like, no, that's not my generation. I was already putting money in a retirement account at that point. Like I'm too old for that.
It's adorable that she cares and thinks about you that much, but it's concerning that she found out about it. Like, grandmas don't need to be knowing about those views in their Tide Pods. That's
my grandma's on like Facebook and Reels and all that stuff, so she sees that stuff. No. Yeah, but this was like Tide Pods were like 2017, 2016. Yeah, I was like a senior in college, first year out. I was not paying attention to that at all. But Deej, we're talking about the winners of the free agency. I threw votes in for the Giants, Jets, Raiders, Ravens. I liked a lot. Some teams I think didn't get worse and kind of stayed even. Where like Philly, I liked Seattle bringing back a lot of guys that they liked. I liked was a fan of Miami starting over with Malik Willis. I think he's going to be an interesting thing. The Vikings are kind of starting to sneak up now. The Kyler Murray move is interesting. That's the breaking news that just happened about an hour ago. So I was kind of waiting until DJ came on to talk about it. DJ, thoughts on Kyler Murray, Minnesota? It's official now. How you feeling right now? What's the thoughts as the Call of Duty extraordinaire is now going north?
I will say, too, another winner before I jump into that. I think Carolina did a lot. I know they spent a lot of money, but they needed any kind of defensive help. I think they believe in the young offense. Bryce Young, you get another year before you have to worry about extending him. Jalen Phillips, I think, will get more sacks. I think that's a little bit overblown. I think he'll get more. I like Devin Lloyd. That's an all-pro linebacker you got for $15 million. Like, that's arguably a top 3 middle linebacker that you got for less money than Kenneth Walker, who's Super Bowl MVP, but still, that's huge addition in a very bad division. So literally just getting any defensive help goes a long way. So, but when it comes to Minneapolis Murray, I love this move, honestly. I think it's a perfect fit. I'm not saying I picked them to. I can see them winning the Super Bowl now. I'm not saying I'd pick them. And it's weird to say because he was the 4th best quarterback in the division. But look how good that team is.
I think they could be a fun team that could win a wild card game.
I'm not saying I pick them. I'm saying I could see it. Like when you mentally picture, I can.
They need to like slay it in the draft to do that. That's the caveat to me.
Like I can just. I mean, if we're saying right now, I can like actually see the confetti falling on Kyler Murray, Justin Jefferson, where I could not see it falling on JJ McCarthy. They won 9 games last year with Carson Wentz as the best quarterback on the roster, and he didn't play after November.
Well, between him, Max Brosmer, and JJ McCarthy, which it was just bad, terrible, and worse. They still won 9 games. So
I will say,
like,
I'm not picking them to win the Super Bowl either, too.
No,
I'm
yeah,
not saying they win their division, but I can see.
I can definitely hear and I see what DJ's saying. I think if you can win 9 games with that quarterback combination, then Kyler should get you 11 or 12 in this theory.
But at the same time, I can see them being 4th in that division at the same time because you still technically have the worst quarterback in the division in theory, like tomato, and whatever. Kyler's highs are so good. It's just we haven't seen those highs, and this isn't even a short joke.
I feel like that's Sophie's choice for. I feel like that's Sophie's choice for football morons. Who do you want more, Kyler Murray or Jordan Love? I think both options are terrible, but.
Hey, they're better than a lot of other options. They're better.
Oh no! It's literally like the catch-22 of mediocrity. It's like they're both like really talented, but they just falter in the big moments. They are literally like what happens if you don't give Justin Herbert Jim Harbaugh.
I just want to see too what Kyler Murray can do with Kevin O'Connell, who's 43-20 in his 4 years too, and it's just kind of his knack. 14 wins, a little bit of a down year. 14 wins, a little bit of a down year. Just had the down year. It's time to go win 14 games again. Not saying I picked them. I wouldn't even pick them to win the division now, but I can picture it. Like last year, none of us could picture Seattle winning the Super Bowl going into the year. None of us could picture the confetti in Sam Darnold's hair. And well, now we will see it for infamy. So I could see it being similar with Brian Flores is still one of the best D coordinators in the game. And he's not going to get a head coaching job because everyone hates him. So they're going to keep him around for a bit. Like you said, they do have to draft well, which they got a new GM and their last GM couldn't draft to save his life outside of Christian Darrisaw. Like I don't understand how he was so bad at drafting. It's actually impressive how good of a team they were with how bad their draft classes were. It's like Schrodinger's box. Like it doesn't make any sense, but I think I could see them winning, but I can also see them picking 11th in the draft again. They are it's going to go one dramatic way or the other.
The biggest thing to me, it all comes back to one, when the Vikings are good, 3 out of the last 5 years that the Vikings have had a win total of like 12 or more, my team has either won or been in the Super Bowl. So I'm okay with the
You're
Vikings.
rooting for this is what I'm hearing.
Oh, I'm totally rooting for this. 2017, 2022, 2024. Minnesota, win 12 games. I'll take another damn ring.
What I will
I'm ready for it.
What I will say, the biggest winners out of all this, though, anyone who likes to take Justin Jefferson fantasy, because I think he will assuming he stays healthy, will actually see the ball thrown.
Even Jordan Addison too. Just dude,
exactly.
Like the Rock's getting chucked in that offense.
Like, and we know Kyler likes the tight ends. He just doesn't get them in the end zone. So Hawkinson, good for yardage, maybe not in the red zone, but
Tight ends outside of the top two, they're all two or three. They're all relatively equal anyway. So you'll take whatever you can get. Because outside of Brock and Trey, when it comes to fantasy, it's all kind of a cluster.
A couple of moves that I liked. Not saying that these. I'm just highlighting some moves that I like. Going with the Patriots, Elijah Vera Tucker. I like that move for them. Yeah, exactly. The thing with the kicker is that with his time with the Jets, 2-time Pro Bowler, he's played left guard, right guard, and right tackle. He has plenty of experience on the offensive line, except left tackle. What did I say? Yeah, no left tackle or center, but left guard, right tackle. The only thing is that he's missed over 40 games in 4 years because of multiple torn triceps.
2-time Pro Bowler, 3-time IRL.
Yeah, so don't. That's the kicker if he stays healthy. Romeo Doubs is also a really good pickup for them at the receiver position. Going over to Cincinnati, the biggest thing that's their issue is defense. They bring in Boy Mafi and Jonathan Allen. I like that a lot for him. And then I even go to the Steelers with Rico Dowdle, Michael Pittman, and also bringing in the top corner on the market, Jamel Dean. I think that's going to be really good for their defense. And then on another note, I really like Mike Evans going to San Francisco. I actually think that's a really good move because I don't know what's going on with Brandon Ayuk. Speaking of Brandon Ayuk, I don't know if you saw this video. TJ Houshmandzadeh is his personal wide receivers coach, and he pretty much was like, anybody that's going to give this guy a contract, and I'm obviously paraphrasing, but pretty much was like, be careful with how you negotiate it and be very careful with the language and how you're going to draw out this contract. Because pretty much, long story short, he's like, I've never seen somebody as young as him pull the thing that he pulled, just leaving $30 million plus on the table. So he's like, just proceed with caution and make sure your contract is organizational friendly.
I will say, if whoever does end up taking him, it's got to be like a legit team that's like a receiver away from being really competitive. Like, you don't want him to go to the Jets or the Colts, bad teams. So it needs to be a team that is actually going to do something. So that way you can basically just offer him like 1 year, $20 million all guaranteed or something like that. Something where it works for him, it works in your cap, and it gives you a chance to get an elite playmaker when he's not driving his car, because that's dangerous for everybody.
Yeah. I did hear a rumor about him possibly going to the Commanders upon the release.
All but a guarantee. It's all but guaranteed. Him and Jaden are bros.
That is also completely the opposite of what we were talking about going to a team that just needs one receiver away kind of thing.
The Commanders aren't known for their smartest moves. They think they're one receiver away.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, I think it would look really nice too if you went down south to Houston. If CJ Stroud can kind of get his stuff together. But
they just keep adding receivers and just continue to ignore the offensive line. We're going to go 5 wide with 5 Pro Bowlers, but you're going to have wet tissue paper and DJ blocking for you.
Yeah, it's like we really need to fill out the left side of the offensive line. Got you. Brandon Ayuk, 1 year, $20 million deal. Take it or leave it. They're like, whoa, that's not a left tackle. That's best we got.
Well, throw it to the left and he'll get tackled, right? Good one. Thank you, D'Amico. That's going to work out. Let's go draft 2 more Iowa State receivers while we're at it.
Yeah. God.
I like those ones.
I love how NFL teams are sticking to their guns on what they do best. Cowboys overpaying for a guy who's okay value. Commanders ignoring glaring needs for fun. The Eagles letting guys walk a free agency that they didn't want to overpay. The Raiders finding some way to screw a deal up. It's the NFL. We're getting back to what makes the NFL fun again.
Well, I would argue the Raiders, not even really like they messed that deal up, but the fact that it messed up is actually probably beneficial for them if they could figure out a way to keep everybody together. And also, I'm pretty sure the Cowboys restructured Dak's contract and they're still negative cap.
Which is hilarious to me. Dude, I think Stephen Jones falls asleep at the wheel when he's doing free agency negotiations, I swear. He's like, $34 million. All right, cool.
We got 200,000 in cap. Oh, wait.
Oh, a surprise guest. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now. The man, the myth, the legend with the beautiful weave. Ladies and gentlemen, former co-host Chris Melvin Lipoff.
What's up, boys? What's going on?
Oh, should I be taking Chris Olave in fantasy? Yes or no?
No.
You're gonna feed him the rock? All right, you're not gonna feed him the rock. Got it.
No, yeah, actually, yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
No.
I'm at the helm.
All right, nope, he's off the board. He's off the board. If his own quarterback ain't
Sorry,
recognizing
guys.
him, it's over.
I ran like 3 blocks. I'm like out of breath right now. I ate a stromboli for dinner, and then like Jerry texts me. I'm like, I gotta get home. So I'm
Dude,
like,
I literally was like, my bad, I spaced. If you're bored, come on the show. Not, hey, let's sprint 3 blocks across North Philly with a belly full of stromboli.
dude, I got a notification on like there's a app called Citizen where it tells you like crime in your area. There was a guy a couple miles away that like broke into someone's house. He was wearing a SpongeBob sweatshirt and like he robbed him and left.
Chris is literally going to make that guy.
Where did you dispose of your sweatshirt?
It was not me. Not me. I don't know the guy either. I don't
This is
think
coming from the same guy who did a little fun, had a little fun at the Mall of America, what is it, American Dream Mall? Or what it's called?
Yeah, dude. The guy thought I broke in. The security guard. He's like, "You break in here?" I'm like, "No, there's an escalator." I'm like, "No."
That's like my favorite Chris story.
Yeah, dude. I was getting chased out by German Shepherds in Mall of America. It was like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
after like a hockey game.
My favorite
don't have-
that one or your third episode when I asked you how many beers you've had today and you said you lost count and I said, can you count them on your fingers? You just shook your head and I'm like,
Dude, my mom watched that, dude. She was embarrassed. She was like, "That's really my son." I said, "Yeah, unfortunately."
Dude, you
mom-
were like,
your mom said hi, by the way. She's such a sweet woman.
That's
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do. You're 21 at the time.
Yeah, dude, that was
Dude,
first
I
big
don't
boy
have-
job. Just ripping it.
I don't have an app or anything that tells me about crime in the area, but I just found out that my Ring app also has a feature on it where it just says like neighbors, and anybody within like 3-4 miles of you will just post like what's going on.
That's hilarious.
That is where I find the crime in my area. Every now and then they'll be like 2 miles
Matt,
away.
I know exactly what
gunshots.
neighborhood in Hamden you live in. There's crime everywhere in your area.
Yeah, I could just throw a ball in the air and just hit it like I'm like hitting grounders to little kids in Little League, and I would probably hit Southern State University, which is not a great part to represent. But so I just find my crime there, which is great because it's just fireworks, and then everybody freaks out on the app that it's gunshots.
Yeah, that's usually how it is here.
Taylor
It's,
Davis.
that's
Now-
pretty common.
Are they always fireworks? No, but for the most part, they are.
Yeah, it'd be like a Tuesday night. That'll happen here, and people are like, "What would happen? Gunshots or fireworks?" And then like we'll just I don't know if somebody's you hear about something the next day. So I mean, if it's crime, it's crime. It's not, it's not. So
At this point, I hear it. My wife and I look at each other, and I look at the door. I'm like, it's locked, and I just go back to watching TV.
dude, I had to like barricade my door one time, dude. Some dude around here was on like the loose, dude. He was just like, because there's like a bar like around the corner from me, so like people will get hammered and then just like make some noise like at like 3 a.m. You'd hear it outside my window, and there was a dude like banging on people's doors, and like I had to like barricade my door because I thought he was gonna like break it down. I was like, geez, it was tough. That was a tough day, dude. But glad to be back, boys.
Chrissy, we're talking about America's favorite munchkin, Kyler Murray, going to play quarterback for the Vikings. Yeah.
It's not a bad move. He's competing with 9. I mean, 9's not that good. I mean, I'm a 9 believer. I like 9, but I don't know. They need a quarterback, dude. Jefferson's definitely getting frustrated. You could tell. I mean, the guy's been there for I think since like 2019, 2020 he's been drafted.
Yeah,
So
2019 or
They really
2020.
haven't
Yeah.
had like established quarterback besides like I guess you would say Kirk, but like Kirk's like not anything crazy. But for Justin Jefferson's sake, you got to get somebody in there. So if Kyler is the guy, hopefully they can deliver something because Vikings are just pretty piss poor. Sorry, that's my take tonight. But anyway, yeah, I'm so out of breath.
Thoughts on Mad Max possibly being an Eagle?
It's not bad. Not bad.
They're because he's not going to get two. They're not going to get 2 first rounders for him now that the fact that this trade fell through. No, if nobody's going to pull the trigger on that.
Well, there's something happening with that deal, and then like the Jair Alexander deal. They didn't.
That's what I was just saying.
Yeah, there's like the Ravens are like pretty sneaky, dude. There's something going on in Baltimore right now, dude. I don't know.
They've been drinking that Edgar Allan Poe water.
It could be involved.
I wouldn't be
Chris,
surprised
if you
if
throw on a skull cap. I think you could be the white Max Crosby if you throw on a skull cap right now. Honestly,
Yeah, dude.
you would have to be.
You just
to go
start like
over.
coloring tattoos around your neck and stuff.
Yeah,
Just, like,
the only
fill in
thing
a little bit, yeah.
I can't get into the sobriety thing now. I would be Max Crosby with like a alcohol problem.
No, he's Max Crosby at Western Michigan.
That's pretty bad.
I wouldn't barricade my door in then if that's the case.
I would not be shocked if there's organizations out there that are now blackballing the Ravens, that they are just going to refuse to do deals with them going forward.
The Jair Alexander to Philly thing, like Chris just said, was so sketchy. And then, like you said, this Max, I'm starting to be like, okay, so they just do not care if they piss off other teams. Like, y'all remember what was it, like 2 years ago? Like, what was it, last year? Everyone's like, oh, nobody's going to trade with Howie because they don't want to give him it's like, you guys looking like morons isn't Howie's fault. What the Ravens are doing, where they're screwing teams over by like falsifying guys like, you know, injury reports. It's like, or not falsifying, but like they're like kind of like downplaying stuff. It's like,
yeah, I don't know, dude. It's so weird because like I don't know, dude. Because like the day after they signed like Trey Hendrickson, so I saw reports that like they were in contact with Trey Hendrickson as they backed out of the trade with the Raiders. So like something happened there where like it's just like it's not gonna work out. But
I think my theory, because I'm not buying the whole failed physical thing, because
Diana Rossini's a hack.
Well, like because you signed Trey Hendrickson as a free agent,
right?
Who also had a season-ending injury, so he's not going to pass a physical if Max Crosby's not passing a physical. My theory is somebody was talking to him within the organization, and they were like, "Oh, you know, why not keep our first-round picks and just go get Trey Hendrickson for no draft compensation whatsoever?" And we'll just, you know, I think they went for Trey Hendrickson because it was a free agent deal and they keep their first round picks. I'm not buying the whole they were trying to combine the two or whatever the case is. I think they backed out because they realized that they can get a high level pass rusher off free agency that's interested in them while they can keep their draft picks. And they backed out of the deal, blaming the physical so they can get their compensation back.
100%. Trey Hendrickson is not passing a physical, but he will pass this one because there's not two picks attached to him. That MRI is not going to show 2 first-round picks around his knee like it shows with Max Crosby. So he'll get a pass right now, but he's not passing a physical today either. So
I think the Raiders
was it necessarily wrong or against the rules? No, but it's slimy. It's kind of gross.
Oh yeah,
they did this with Ryan Grant as a free agent a few years back, and then they're like, "Oh, Michael Crabtree's available. Oh yeah, you know what? Get out of here, Ryan Grant." Or that safety from Dallas in the late '90s before Chris was even born. They had the safety that they had signed. Like, you know what?
Woodson.
It wasn't Woodson. It was some no-name safety. I can't even remember his name. He played like 7 more years, but it was they have a history. They got a history. It seems to span across GMs,
the entire length of the organization. Yeah,
it's a little slimy, but I get Dirty Bird. I guess they should be called Dirty Birds now. But
Jonathan Jones agrees to a 1-year deal with Philadelphia.
That's a good pickup.
Yeah.
I like Jonathan Jones.
Double check.
Let me text 9 in my group chats real quick.
My favorite thing is when Chris returns, he'll know this. But Chrissy, Tuesday we have a possibility of Subi Nose making his return.
Subi,
yeah, Subi's back most likely on Tuesday to talk 4:30 to talk some college ball with the boys. So because I am unfortunately Oh yeah, we were gonna do Thursday, and he's like, "Dude, it's like the first day of March Madness. You really want?" I'm like, "Nah, you're right." So, we're gonna do because Tuesday's also my birthday. So like, and I got the birthday dinner crap I already scheduled. I'm like, "Oh, I have to do a show still because I'm traveling on Monday." I'm like, "Crap." So I'm like, "All right, 4:30. We're doing it this way."
Where are you going for your birthday? Friendlies? I did that the 1 year. It was sick.
Some crazy restaurant where they make the pasta inside of the that computer's busted. They make the pasta inside of a cheese wheel.
Oh, actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, right. There's a 10-year-old iMac on my floor that I got from a customer that was perfect working condition. I just whacked it in the screen with this by mistake, so it's probably gone. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I got my use out of it. I got a brand new I got a working Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. So I'm like, sweet.
Jesus.
It's free, man. The hell do I care?
I thought of an Apple idea. If you guys want to hear.
Hold on, DJ. I think had some free agency news he was going to say.
Yeah,
Tom Briscoe's going to the Steelers. It's not a big deal, but More safety help.
That's not
They
bad.
continue to do everything.
We need a safety. I hope we get somebody in the draft.
Steelers are picking up some bodies, dude.
They just need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Tanner McKee to the Steelers.
Could,
Will
man.
Howard they
Depends what we
trust.
get. I don't know.
What was this app?
They keep bringing to Reynolds. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of like the app. This one's not my idea, but it's kind of like almost tying in the idea. But there's this like app that you go to like a bunch of bars around like the country, and like you can kind of check in like your beer, kind of like you take a picture of your beer, and it like saves it, and it's like a location. You can calculate how many beers you've had like across like I don't know like if you travel and shit like that. Depends on how many bars you go to. I was thinking one where it's like this is a wild idea. I thought of it in the shower. Is like if you had to take a shit at like a bar, and then you would just kind of like, all right, take a picture of my shit, post that, and then all right, I can kind of calculate where I took a shit at, and then next time I won't do it again because I already have that bad reputation at that bar. Just saying. I call them shards. That's the app. But sound off in the comments your thoughts.
That is, I just also made like the best cat catch of all time just now. She jumped up on about to knock the whole laptop over. I caught her midair and then just put her down the chair because my sister's cat does not understand. She's not skinny. She will knock everything over. Well, you know what? She can come on the show for me. Come on, dummy. There you go.
I'm taking shards to the top, dude. That's all I'm saying.
I love it. I have a couple. At one time, me and my girl were playing this drinking game at a party, and Katie looks at me and goes, "All right, you need to come up with an app idea." And I said something to her that I'll tell you off screen, and she's like, "That's actually a really good idea." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I got that one saved."
Probably shouldn't have said mine live, dude. Because like if it makes millions, dude, like I just lost the rights.
Yeah, right. That's why I'll say mine off screen. Mine, I actually have a buddy of mine who actually can do app development. It's just a matter of it's about getting like rights to certain things, but
it's not bad. Are you holding Ghost? Is that Ghost?
No, this is Boo. This is Helena's cab. Ghost upstairs sleeping by the fire. My sister is not only driving me and my girl to the airport tonight at 1:00 in the morning, so she's a saint. But
where are you going?
Tejas.
All right, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what that is.
Texas.
Nice.
We got a wedding we got to go to. So,
nice.
But so of course, she's out with her friends right now. So the cat now goes to her second favorite human in the house, which is me. So
that's like,
but
you're holding that thing like a baby.
She's a big dumb baby.
Yeah, she's literally just resting on your shoulder. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Wish my cat would do
but,
that.
Yeah, right.
Burp it on your
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. It's like, don't you dare do it. I will bite right here. Don't do it.
Jared's the first ever guy to like burp a cat.
It's like, you're not gonna start it on me. I will.
This thing's headbutting me. All right. Any other football news before we go into WBC and NCAA stuff?
I don't know if you brought up Jonathan Sweat. Is it? Yeah.
Josh Sweat apparently is getting dealt now.
Josh Sweat, yeah, not Jonathan. Josh Sweat. I don't know. I fudged that name up. He requested a trade, right? Was that true?
Instead of Mad Max, I'll take Sweat back.
Dude, I'll take. Please, you need an edge
Dude,
rusher.
Half the price, same production, honestly, or close to the same production. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Need it.
Knows Vic Fangio's offense, succeeded in Vic Fangio's offense or defense. I will roll with it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's Josh, sweaty boy, let's run it back, bro. We miss you. Listen, I would not be upset if like they passed on Mad Max and say, hey, we're gonna go call Josh Sweat. I'm like, all right, let's get the band back together. I was like kind of hope we go get like CJ Gardner-Johnson, my frenemy, or Jaquan Brisker to go replace Reed Blankenship, but I guess Howie wants to go get a guy in the draft or something. So I don't think there's any other safeties available, right? Like
there might.
name one?
Yeah, probably not big name, but there probably is.
I mean, Harrison Smith, but he's not. I don't know if he's going to retire or not.
Dude, he's so old. He wrote his draft stock. His draft card was on a freaking like stone tablet.
Dude, I saw.
Replace one exciting white with another. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, filling with a white
much
with a white.
slower exciting white, but yeah.
A white for a white.
Yeah, I don't know how exciting he'd be though as a white. He's kind of like to be like the disappointing white.
Unless maybe there's a safety on the trade market that we don't know about yet. I don't know. It's just I feel like how he's dropping.
He'd be like a Capri Sun.
Yeah, Capri Sun white.
All right. So we're gonna move on and talk a little college basketball. In the prelude to Subi Knows coming on Monday. The tournament starts next Thursday. Right now, some of the scoreboards right now: Duke and Florida State neck and neck. End of the first period. That's an interesting one. BYU and Houston as well. Purdue is smacking Northwestern around. Xavier and UConn, this game's basically over. UConn's already up by 20 going into halftime. Some big games to talk about today. UMass upsets Miami of Ohio. The only undefeated team obviously in the mid and like the major conferences goes down in the tournament to UMass in the quarterfinal for the MAC. Virginia takes out NC State. St. John's knocks off Providence. Iowa knocks off Texas Tech. Wisconsin survives Washington. Miami upsets Louisville. Arizona smacks UCF. Shout Subi. Tennessee is knocked off by Auburn, which, according to Joe Lunardi, means they are basically out now. They're screwed. Clemson, North Carolina is at 9:30, which I will be definitely watching, and TCU, Kansas, which is at 9:30 as well on ESPN2. All right. That is your little update, boys. Any thoughts? Miami of Ohio going down to UMass in the MAC quarterfinal for basketball. I've had to hear so much about how this team's getting disrespected, and then they just drop the ball like this. Thoughts on the fake Miami going down?
Minor point of correction is Iowa State that beat the brakes off of Texas Tech. That is a big deal. They will kill people down there.
I know. Cyclones, not Hawkeyes. My bad. My mistake, gentlemen.
They will take care of you with a corn stalk and a pig real quickly. They don't.
I thought you were going to hit me one of these.
You could. I mean, I'm just saying. Be prepared to protect yourself like it's good. It's a PG show. Won't finish that sentence. But
Jared's like Negan, dude.
I think it's still.
I've got more. I think. Let me count my baseball bats. I have my basement right now. All my baseball gear is in my office. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This dude's just ready for the apocalypse.
7 baseball bats. Oh no, we talked about this after the Monday show. Matt and Nate asked me. They're like, we're talking about people breaking into my house. I'm like, you guys know me, right? Like the baseball bats are probably the least intimidating weapon that's in my house.
That'd be crazy, dude. That and like can of dips by your bedside, dude. I wouldn't mess with it.
I've actually been clean off of it for 2 months now, 3 months off candidates. I've been basically cut off my drinking. I cut all my vices basically.
You're candidate free.
Well, that's not so much fun. We were going to have candidates right next to the Glock on the nightside stand for an ad, but all right.
It's a Walter. It's not a Glock. Come on. I'm a German over Austrian engineering.
Well, I didn't say you could have both.
Yeah, just one's a little nicer than the other. One's made of actual metal. One's made out of stamped parts.
That's why you grab the gun that you like the least first in case it gets disarmed. Then you pull out the backups that you care about.
Oh, the backups are bigger than the pistol.
We work our way up there. We're calling it an armory.
You guys remember Call of Duty Black Ops? It's gun game. That's what it is in my house.
That's what we're doing. We're climbing. We're working our way there.
We'll
get to the bazooka behind the Asante Samuel jersey. Just hold on. We're working our way there.
How'd you know I was back there? Oh, and the minigun behind it.
I can see the glint, the glare. It gives it away.
You're like Gator and the other guys. It's just got the clock on the
Gator
cheek.
don't play
that. All right. Yeah. All right. Any thoughts on college basketball tournaments right now? How we feeling?
I don't think really anyone stands out as someone who's going to run away with it this year. I think there's some really good teams, but I do think like on paper, I don't think there's any like number 1 seed that's a clear far and away favorite. Like when you think about it's like Kentucky with Karl Anthony Towns and some of those teams. Like I don't see anyone that's like, oh, yep, they're the clear favorite. So I think it's going to be a pretty open. People are going to be pissed right away. March Madness always pisses people off, but I think someone's going to get really pissed real quickly.
Yeah, no, I think
will die early.
Yeah, Saturday obviously we have the the ACC tournament championships on Saturday. That's crazy.
Selection Sundays this week, right?
Yeah, Tuesday or sorry, Sunday afternoon, and then
Sunday on Sunday.
Yeah, Tuesday the NIT starts. I believe Wednesday is the Wednesday. Tuesday is NIT and the 2 first 4 games, and then Wednesday is all NIT, and then the last first 4 games, and then the tournament starts on the 19th.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait.
All right. Good talk about USA. Yeah, World Baseball Classic. America advances. Thank God. That would have been embarrassing. So my girl, who is not the biggest baseball fan in the world, she's self-proclaimed. It's Celtics, Patriots, my teams, and then everything else. So she just didn't really watch baseball. So she was being a trooper after her Celtics lost to the Spurs. We threw on Team USA versus Italy. And I said to her, I'm like, this is like the Hawks beating you guys in the playoffs. She's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, this is insane. And so Italy has become like the darling upset. So obviously Friday, the semifinal games kick off. First, we have Korea, Dominican Republic at 6:30. USA versus Canada at 8. We get another border war. We're doing it 3 times, boys.
Dude, I dropped a bag on that Jack Hughes jersey, so I'm like,
I love it. My dad might want to buy the same one. He's like a big Jack Hughes guy all of a sudden. I love it.
yeah. I mean, as a Flyers fan, I mean, I shouldn't be, but like, it's Team USA. Like, it's bigger than the NHL. But, dude, I love it so much.
It's like me buying like I don't even know. Are there any Dodgers on Team USA anymore? I don't think so. Yeah,
Will
maybe.
Smith, catcher.
Yeah, okay. So, by the way, Puerto Rico, Italy are at 3:00 on Saturday, and then Venezuela and Japan are at 9:00 on Saturday. So there you go. There's your update for the WBC for game standings. I want to talk about how Team USA needs to step their shit up, and I hate Tariq Skubal, and I hate the fact that he did not play for more than one game. You're lame. I am rooting for you to get shelled every game this season. To all the other pitchers who decided to back off, you are also lame as well. Corbin Carroll, I forgive you, boo-boo, for getting your hand broken. That literally was the most heartbreaking thing. I was so excited for the first time. I love the WBC. It's one of my favorite events in all of sports. And to see one of my favorite players on my favorite team finally get represented on the WBC for the first time, because when Goldschmidt played for Team USA, he was already playing for the Cardinals. So I didn't really get much love in that department. So it was really cool to see Carroll on the roster in a starting lineup alongside Judge and Pete Crow Armstrong. Out of nowhere, breaks his hand. I'm like, son of a biscuit. But cool news. Still love Team USA. Still love this roster. It's kind of fun rooting for Aaron Judge as a fan of a small market team. But this team needs to really step it up and get back to like Skeens and Logan Webb. So they need somebody to step up for this game against Canada, because if we lose to Canada, national embarrassment. Just cancel baseball. We're done. Just start the lockout now. We're done.
That would be uncomfortably poetic. We beat them at their game in hockey, and they beat us at America's pastime. It would just be like, this is ridiculous. You know, the world's going backwards. That would honestly make sense. I might have to bet the bag on Canada now, just because of how much the world hates.
That is the most un-American thing that's come out of your mouth.
I'm not saying I like it. I'm saying look at the world's shape right now. Things don't go the way they're supposed to.
Oh, I'm basically gonna just get up on my roof with an American flag in the wind and the rain right now, and just say USA, and just bet then
Then the wind will blow you right off to the flat edge of the earth.
This cat doesn't learn. This cat doesn't learn, dude. I swear. Shut up.
First fighting a cat live. That'd be insane content, dude. Just like a cat just like attacking you live, and it's just like that's the clip that goes on social media.
Well, I've had them fight in the middle of a show before. A couple weeks ago, or maybe it was like early last football season. The two of them started fighting behind me. I had to literally like mute my mic and separate them. They don't really like each other that much, so thank God I'm moving out soon, so that I'll take one of them with me.
Which one do you take? Are you taking Ghost with you?
Oh, Ghost, of course, Ghost. That's my cat. That's my baby boy. That's my cat.
They look alike, can't you tell, Chris? Like what? How you knew this?
Yeah, we're both really white.
Forgot. Damn.
Yeah, we have the same pigment color, bleach white.
Hell yeah! I go to Home Depot. I say, "Give me a color of Jared."
I'm just between eggshell and off cream.
dude, I'll tell you, dude. Like, I mean, I'm Irish as shit too, so it's like a disability when I'm like out.
I'm not even Irish. That's the craziest part.
Oh, you're not?
No, I am half Polish, a quarter Scottish, and like a quarter Italian with like some Nordic mix or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, damn, dude, I've been fooled.
My girl's half Irish, quarter Scottish, and Italian. So she's got the Irish in the relationship. I do not. I'm Scottish.
Is she from Boston?
Her dad is.
Okay, yeah, I get
From
it.
Boston.
Yeah.
From Boston.
From Boston.
What's up, Nate?
Oh, you guys got Brady
Oh, man,
Mann
it's
back,
working.
or-
Hell yeah.
Multitasking, baby.
Let's do it.
You know the drill. Underdog.
UD.
Yeah. Anyways,
Do you need a
sorry.
moment? Should be the rest of the
Nah,
season.
dude, you rule. You're the
Yes.
man, dude.
So
I appreciate it. Right back,
Eagles
Matt.
re-sign. They get Braden Mann back for 4 years, and I guess Brandon Graham is coming back for another year with the Eagles.
Brandon Graham's still alive.
Brandon Graham, 39,000 years old, still probably averaged more sacks than Hassan Reddick this year.
Sometimes
Here you
the
were
best
talking about
timing
Harrison
is
Smith
special
signing
teams.
his draft card.
Yeah,
is
but
still-
I don't need Brandon Graham to run faster than a 5.5. I just need him to cause havoc in the middle.
Brandon Graham signed his
Also,
also signals. They didn't even have Stones back then.
Brandon Graham got drafted by the Eagles when he was a sophomore in high school.
He got drafted by a literal
Wow.
eagle. There wasn't even a team then. He just followed an eagle and ended up playing football later.
Dude, this was 2010 when he got drafted.
Nate wasn't even alive.
was not.
About an hour ago, CJ Gardner Johnson posted
The Bills.
an AI GIF of Josh Allen with a grill on. So I don't know if that's him saying he's going to Buffalo.
Oh, no, he signed with the Bills. I think Shefty confirmed it like an hour ago.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yep. So we
So
got that.
Bills-
That's great.
Can't wait for
So
him to get
let's-
released in October.
And then eventually somehow find his way back to Philadelphia.
And then get released by
Just like
Philadelphia.
they all
again.
do, boss man. Just like they all do.
Dude, you know what the craziest thing is? I think this Philadelphia Eagles regime is just permanently tied to CJ Gardner Johnson.
What
like a
is
bad
the,
drug,
how
they
does,
just
how
can't
does
get
the
over
line go in Endgame where it's like something led you back to me or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
It all where did it lead you back to me? It's like CJ
I
Gardner. And it's like hilarious because it's like, dude, like I just the whole Darius Slay thing made me hate Buffalo so much. So I'm like so sick of Buffalo right now. But you know what? Congratulations, CJ. Hopefully you stay on this team for more than 15 minutes. He looked like he had a pretty good season last year with the Bears. So
Dude, I don't know why Eagles fans thought he was going to return for his third stint. Well, he's not a fucking president, dude. He's not just going to keep like just reelected himself.
what is
like,
he? RFK? Like
Yeah, dude,
or not
like,
RFK? RFK. Sorry, FDR.
I've never met like a more like idiotic fan base when it comes to like CJ Gardner Johnson.
I was
the
like,
dude-
if he's available in like mid-April, fine, sign him. But it's like,
dude got traded twice. I'm like, he's not coming back, dude.
I mean,
I'm like-
the thing is, like his only 2 Super Bowl appearances and his 1 ring are both with us. So there is the obvious like, why not? He knows Vic's defense, but at the same time, I get your point. It's like,
Yeah. I mean, he was with Vic and Gannon too. So
Gannon.
It's like, I mean, so but yeah, that's my thing though. It's like people are like, oh yeah, we're gonna get him back. I'm like, oh, you're really not, dude. I'm like, why would he? What if he gets traded a third time, dude?
that'd be
We're gonna be like,
hilarious.
it's crazy.
He hits his punch card.
Yeah.
I love it.
seriously.
Dude, the whole CJ Gardner Johnson thing is hilarious to me. My favorite thing is I watched a clip of his stream where he admitted he stole cleats out of Saquon's locker.
That's hilarious.
He stole like some special edition, like Air Zoom Generation, like ones that LeBron hand delivered to him or something.
Didn't he call himself like a side hoe on like social media? He called
Well,
him. I think he said that because like
He's
somebody,
nuts. I love it, but he's nuts.
because somebody said I think somebody said something about like the Bears or something like that, and then he commented that he's like, no, I'm just like a side hoe to this team or something like that. I'll have to send you the quote, but yeah, I was like, it's a wild thing for a grown man to say.
There's a reason he's
Facts.
been punched in the face by every teammate he's ever had, it feels like.
Yeah, well, dude, he made fun of like Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl parade, and then like all these like Yelpers like trashed like his mom's like baking business, and then like he was just then he.
Bro, you don't mess with dude. Swifties are scary, bro. You don't mess with them.
Yeah, they're scary people, dude.
You don't mess with Jason's sister-in-law. They don't play that shit.
Yeah. I swear
you don't mess with him.
I see their I see their podcast and social media more than anything ever.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I'm just like they're everywhere, dude.
Like, I mean, like,
I don't know, low-key getting sick of it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I still do appreciate, like, I Jason's obviously Philly royalty. I don't honestly mind Trav anymore. After watching the Texans defense bash his head in metaphorically for an entire game, I kind of was like, all right, man, like, we're good. You got the beating you needed. To best to you and Taylor. Hope you guys have a happy life together. But, like, bro, retire. Seriously. Like, it almost got kind of sad watching the end of last season because he was getting rocked by every safety that came across his grill. And I'm kind of just, like, watching. I'm like, when they say he's coming back for one more season, I'm like, okay, I guess.
I think it depended on what they were doing in the offseason for him to come back. Like, I think they signed Kenneth Walker, and then he's like, oh, yeah, I'm in. I'm back in. I mean, hopefully Kenneth Walker doesn't have any, like, prior arrests because that team's got so many arrests.
When the Titans uniforms coming out? Today's the day. Their new uniforms.
Titans?
Yeah, they get new ones today.
Speaking of Titans, they just signed Tony Adams from the Jets.
Where is it? I don't see it.
An interesting tidbit of news is that the Denver Broncos have just not signed anybody this free agency after an AFC Championship appearance. They're just not adding anything to this roster.
They did re-sign JK at least. I mean,
yeah, just kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, you want to count? Yeah, they re-signed the guy, but they haven't made any outside moves outside of who they already had on the roster.
I'm waiting for them to trade. Apparently, they want to trade. Apparently, it's just freaking Sean Payton's done with Bo Nix, or he's leaking injury stuff to the media. I'm like waiting for that to blow up.
I sure love me some Bo Nix.
Nate,
sorry.
Box, go, just go.
Sorry.
We'll be back.
Nate's Penalty Box is
Happy
presented by the
Thursday.
amazing people at Righteous Felon. Promo code BELLYUP for 15% off your purchase at checkout. Official sponsor of Belly Up Sports, the Korner Booth Podcast, and all of Nate's bullshit.
what a prick.
Am I the only one like not hearing anything right now?
You're kind of glitching in and out.
me.
That's weird.
That's what happens when you jump into the
Remember,
stream.
if I don't, as long as I don't make these jokes on Mondays, I'm fine.
Yeah, I still get to send you to the Shadow Realm for 5 minutes.
That's okay. That's
Chris just went to the Shadow Realm too, so it's cool. Turns out trying to join a live stream.
I mean, we're probably gonna hop off about 10 minutes or less. I just shows. I think we hit everything on my itinerary. Unless you guys got anything else to cover.
There we go, dude. My audio like cut off as soon as like Nate got sent to the penalty box, dude. I felt like I was in trouble.
It's because you're recording on your PSP right now.
Well, it was originally.
Dude,
hey, listen, it was originally Chris's penalty box.
Yeah, dude, I gave that up. Dude, I don't want that like title anymore, dude. I was bad news.
Someone had to take over.
Yeah, dude, you kill it.
Oh, Chris, I got a new beer for you that I tried when I was on McCarthy's show last night. It's called
Dragon Piss.
No, it's called Voodoo Ranger G-Force. It's an 11% tall boy.
My God, what are you jogged to Florida after drinking that?
No, because I stopped drinking. Oh my God, it was like I had 5 beers. I was like, holy crap, I feel
dude,
dude,
you
like John
drink
Wick
that, dude.
afterwards.
You would have like a heartbeat of a rabbit. That's insane.
This is an 11% beer. What do you mean it's gonna make it probably make my heartbeat slow down to that of a tortoise?
Dude,
It looks like a Duracell battery. My goodness.
I got a drinking problem. Sing it. Y'all know the song?
I know the song. I don't know.
I know the song.
Bro, when I'm depressed as hell, I put that shit on, for real.
Really?
Put on
People-
for your
Is that like your bag? Like when you're in your bag, that's your song?
Heck, dude, when the inbox is like 50 people deep, I put that song on for real, bro. And I just cry as I go through every single one. People say I got a drinking problem.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
telling you. I got a happy playlist when the inbox is at 0, and then a sad playlist when it's like fool as heck.
I legit like my sad playlist is mostly country music, but I also have a hype country music. I have a hype country music playlist, and then I have like I keep hitting this freaking this computer. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Let me guess. Like every sad like country song is like just like beat up truck, broke up my girlfriend. I went to liquor.
One was like about a guy's high school girlfriend who just got like addicted to drugs and died.
Jesus, that's Hey There Delilah, dude.
It's not funny.
Wicked pull.
That's
wicked
dark.
Pull.
That's dark, man. Holy.
God.
But no, I got also like I'm really weird like this like my girl likes Trinity Oak Revival, which can get it's a very kind of almost like it's country, but it's got almost like a little pop punk flavor to it, and it's very everything's kind of on the sadder, depressing side about their songs. The music sounds great. It's just like I'm very much the lyrics and the music kind of drive it. So I am all about the early 2000s rap music, the country music that's got a lot of energy to it. And then if I'm feeling it, little Marvin Gaye, a little Temptations, a little soul music. That's what I roll with.
Dude,
if I want to throw things around, it's Linkin Park blasting through my earbuds.
Oh, dude.
While chugging a White Monster because that's the meme.
What?
Dude,
I have sent you these videos before. The White Monster vibes.
No, your poor body soul, man. Monsters, beers.
Okay, don't get all holier than thou. I stopped drinking Red
You
Bull.
just talked about Bo Dix a few minutes ago. You don't get to preach to anybody right now.
Yeah,
What do you mean? It's Bo?
Also, dude, I've seen some of the stuff you've eaten on air. Do not ever talk to me about that.
What
Express? Really?
I can't have fried rice and chow mein.
Yeah, what is in that fried rice and chow mein? Because that ain't chicken.
Oh, it's so good. It's like beef and stuff. Oh man.
And stuff. There's some hacked up armadillo and some other stuff in there.
Hey, like Matt sent us this morning. The what was my uncle releasing? Matt, it's called
the Bulldog chicken.
Bulldog Dynamite Chicken. Now I tell you, folks, y'all better be ready for that one. It's really good.
I'm just done.
Just watch out. Hey, if y'all have bulldog noodles before, trust this is. I gotta have like an Asian podcast for real, bro. So I talk about Asian stuff. People want like tune in.
Dude, can I join, dude? I just want to be like a guest, dude. I just want
to
be like,
yes.
What's up, dude?
Hey,
we call it two Asians and a flat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, yo,
oh my God. Yes.
Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee, dude. Gone.
Basically, that would be good.
Bad Friends
I'll
podcast.
fire Brian immediately. I'm just playing. Love you, Brian.
especially with how apparently we've corrupted Nate over the past 2 years.
Yeah, Nate rocks, dude.
Oh, thank you. Right back at you.
Except for that ugly ass hat he's wearing.
What? I got it when I was in LA.
He lives in
Don't
Cali.
care.
Represents.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. Listen, my plan was to go to a Dodgers game with a Jackie Robinson jersey and a Brooklyn Dodgers hat. I walked out of that stadium with an Ohtani jersey and a regular Dodgers hat.
Dead to me.
It was so beautiful.
You're supporting illegal gambling and throwing your boy under the bus.
I'm supporting a city that has the most beautiful woman in the fucking. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm bye.
We're on RU2 with whatever.
Yeah,
we're past an hour.
Let's go. They got the most beautiful woman in the state of California.
I said that wrong. A Philly 10 is like an LA 4. He's right though, Jared. They are gorgeous.
I think he said that backwards.
He's right.
No, he said it right. A Philly 10 is an LA 4. That means
no, he said an LA 10 was a Philly 4.
No. LA 4. Wait, it would be LA 4 to be a Philly 10.
We're out.
Wait, which way would it be?
Yeah. My bad. So DJ's right. My bad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Korner Booth pregame. Shout out to our boy Chris Lipoff, former Korner Booth, for rolling in with us today, doing a little Stromboli-filled sprint across North Philly. We love it.
I feel so sick.
Shout out to DJ Stewart of High Low Sports. You can check him and Kelsey out every Wednesday live at 8 o'clock with also content rolling out daily. And, of course, you can see Nate and our boy Brian, who's basically MIA for this season because he says he needs to be more social and go out more. I took that as he's done coming on Thursday shows. So I will just take that as I will. I'm not busting his stones. You got to do what you got to do. You can see Nate and him every Tuesday and Friday at noon. We'll be live 4:30 on Tuesday. Subi stopping by to talk some college ball. And then next Thursday, Hector Flores makes his long-awaited Korner Booth return. And March is just going to keep sprinting through because the tournament starts Thursday. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend. We'll see you Tuesday, and peace.
Go get your Panda Express.